Hey everybody, this is James Pelton. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. We are in a difficult space. I think there's two new potential projects that are looking shady that possibly have rugged. But again, these are the type of projects that promising 2% a day, things like that. Those are not the right plays. That's not how you make generational wealth. And that's why I'm excited to have Artem on today to talk about real estate NFTs, what we're going to be talking about. So this is not just tokenomic games, Ponzi-nomics, none of that going on here. These are NFTs backed by real things. Okay, so this is what I want to see the space moving to, is real things happening. So really excited to talk to Artem. What I need from you guys, please hit the like button. Okay, I know you don't know if you're gonna like this video or not yet, but just hit the like button. If you don't like it, you can take it off later. Okay, hit the like button. Comment who's watching. Let me know where you're watching from. Another question I'd like to see is, have you dabbled at all with real estate investing? I'd like to just kind of see who has dabbled with it, who's been a little bit involved with it, and what's your experience been? Okay, and maybe through this, I'll talk a little bit about my experience in real estate as well. So, Artem, I want to thank you first for building something good in the space. And second off, I want to thank you for hopping on the channel. Could you start out by just introducing yourself and give a little bit of your background?
Sure, James. Hello, everyone. My name is Artem. I'm one of the co-founders of Real Estate NFT Official. I have 4 years experience in crypto trading and 2 years experience in e-commerce. And my other co-founder, Ilya, we're a two-man team. He is an architect and a sort of an expert in the real estate market. So we joined together and created RENO, and here for you guys.
Awesome. No, I appreciate you being here. We've got a Chris in the house. I'm in the Philippines. I used to flip houses in the early 2000s in Texas. So yeah, that's awesome. Flipping, if you have the know-how and a little bit of extra time and energy, flipping is a great way. It's not passive income. Flipping houses is not passive at all, but definitely a good way to get started there. So Artem, assuming people have no idea, they've never heard of real estate NFTs or anything, can you kind of give an elevator pitch of what you guys are trying to build and what there is available here?
Sure. So the whole idea behind RENO is, with blockchain technology and NFTs, they're normally linked to something digital that kind of dies out after a year or even less. So what we decided to do is link NFTs to real world assets, which is property. So funds we collect from the mint will be invested into properties starting from North Cyprus. This is where I'm currently based. I'm not from here, but we're identified as being one of the fastest growing property markets currently in the world. That's why we're going here. And we'll have a scaling phase where the mint, the funds collected from the mint will be scaled. So we'll be scaling, reinvesting nearly all the profits back into the properties. And that will take about 5 to 7 years. Like, that's how long we want it to be. And we believe that after 5-7 years, we should be able to provide 120% ROI per year on initial investment. But we'll have yearly votes for the holders, and they can decide if they want the payouts to start earlier. And if so, the ROI will have to be smaller, of course, because what we believe is the ideal way to do it is we'll be paying out from 60 to 65% of the profits towards the payouts, and the rest will be reinvested back to still kind of grow the property, community property portfolio and increase ROI over time as well.
Okay, no, I absolutely love this. One thing I love right off the bat is year one, 18% ROI, because what I love about that, some people might say, oh, that's too low, nobody's interested in that, but that is in line with what real estate returns actually are. And so I love to see that. If you were saying year one, we'll get into real estate, year one, you'll get 100% ROI, then I would be like, I've done real estate. That's not how it works. So I love that. One thing I forgot to mention too, we are going to be giving away 2 NFTs So stay tuned at the end. These are worth, the whitelist price is $500. The public sale price is $600. So this is $1,200 basically worth of NFTs we're going to be giving out. So stay tuned for that. We have Brother Crypto here from Sacramento, California, looking to buy some condos in Thailand for Airbnb. So that's another way to do real estate is the short-term rentals. And I'd love to kind of talk with you. How are you guys planning on getting this return? Are you flipping? Are you buying and holding and selling? Are you buying and renting, short-term rentals, combination? Where's the revenue coming from in your model?
So our main aim, of course, will be long-term rentals with intent to sell the property later at a higher price. The property we are looking to acquire will be in the most developing areas in terms of infrastructure, as North Cyprus kind of lacks infrastructure. Therefore, where there is good infrastructure, the prices just skyrocket as soon as the buildings around it kind of gets completed. So main focus will be long-term rentals and reselling it after a certain period of time. However, we're also planning to go a little bit into Airbnbs to obviously boost the returns we're going to get from those property investments. And we've been talking to Pocket Aces about this as well, actually, about acquiring some debt using the properties we already have in order to kind of speed up the scaling process, like use it as a collateral. We still kind of thinking about it as the interest rates that we get here are not as perfect as we would want them to be. But then again, once we get into the acquisition, probably after first or second year, we'll start looking at kind of maybe acquire a little bit of debt to even speed up the process of scaling even more for our holders to get the payout as soon as possible. Okay. And Ilya is obviously the industry expert here, so he'll be helping me with this. And we have local realtors one with 7, another one with 5 years of experience in the local market, who will be kind of helping us, obviously for a fee, like we understand that's how it's going to be. But they're going to be helping us here as well with ins and outs. And we have some lawyers here which will be helping us with the legal side of things, which is kind of very light here. So yeah, that's the plan for us.
Okay, very cool. I love this. And Scott said, good to see you, Scott. But he says, very fitting to have a real estate play on this day of rugs. So yes, definitely. What we're needing is real assets, real revenue coming in. And awesome. I see questions already coming in. So yeah, let all your questions, ask them. And then when I kind of get through some of the stuff I want to talk about, we will bring up audience questions. And then don't forget, we're doing a giveaway at the end for that. So yeah, great questions coming in already. So I see we have some real estate gurus already in here. Can I ask, so are you planning, you're taking these funds, so there's going to be this mint and there's going to be funds coming in. Are you planning to use those funds as like a down payment and then also getting a loan to get a bigger property? Or are you planning on paying with cash with the NFT mint, or what's kind of your plan on that side of things?
Yeah, so we possess ourselves as a conservative option. So we would not want to acquire debt, as debt is, as you know, is risk, and we don't want to increase risk for our projects as we're purely conservative. So we will be acquiring the property in full, and also, as I mentioned, acquiring debt here in North Cyprus is not the best idea, as the interest rates are a bit higher than in America or England. So therefore, we would not want to acquire that straight away. And yeah, this will be in whole. So we just purchase the property, rent it out, and resell it later. Obviously, it will be purchased in the area of strong development where there's very good potential for it to grow.
Okay, very good. And can you talk to us a little bit? Again, none of us in the States know anything about the Cyprus real estate market or anything like that. Can you kind of maybe just explain a little bit how it compares to the US or why you chose that area, and just give us a little more info about that?
So the thing to know about Cyprus is divided into 2 areas. There is the south side, which is kind of more known to the public for its tourism side of things. It's far more expensive, It's basically small England. It's like England prices there. And there is the north side, which is a Turkish link side. And it's the same beaches, the same kind of nature. However, the prices are much lower. And currently, for the past, I think it's been 3 years, a lot of money is going into North Cyprus to kind of develop the infrastructure and develop housing. There is numerous number of construction agencies here who are building. And the good thing about it is as well, North Cyprus is very small. So at one point, there will be no more space left to be building, and the prices will only be going up from there. Of course, unless there is like a disaster or something breaks out, but that's not something we can predict. So this is the kind of things of it. The issue with North Cyprus, which we would warn you guys, of course, about, is North Cyprus is not acknowledged by most countries apart from Turkey. So only Turkey kind of acknowledges it as an independent country. However, there's a lot of people here from all over the world. Tourism is booming as well. There are 5-star hotels here. You can, if you Google North Cyprus, you can find a lot of information about the local tourism, wildlife, and it's generally a great place to be in. It's zero crime rate, nearly zero. Reason being is it's an island. You commit a crime, you can't really go anywhere from here. You will get caught eventually. So it's a very safe area, and I personally love it. I moved here about half a year ago, and I've been going in and out of North Cyprus beforehand. So this is all the reasons we chose this area. In the past, I think 2 years, the price skyrocketed by about 40%. And there is a big inflow of people actually coming here to live and work, like on remote work, freelancers, because you connect your internet up, you have beautiful view of the sea or the mountains, and everything is cheaper than in Europe, and you just enjoy life.
Okay, love it. Yeah, we've got tons of questions flowing in, so definitely let's start getting to some of those, because I think they'll probably cover some of the questions I have as well.
Absolutely.
So Jason says, sounds like funds will be locked. So that you're buying an NFT, you never get your initial back, correct? You're just getting revenue from that NFT. And so when we look at, like, I just want to make sure I understand correctly. And so when you look at this chart, the revenue you should expect to receive would be 18% the first year, and then these in the subsequent years. So it'll probably take you like maybe 3 years to get your full money back on that NFT. Is that the right way of thinking about it?
No, it's a bit a different thing we do. Okay. So the funds are locked with us. All the profits get reinvested back for scaling. So this is what we need the scaling phase for. However, after first year of scaling, we'll say, okay, we scale to this point and we're able to provide this ROI or initial investment to you guys. Do you want to take it? And we'll start those payouts. If not, we'll be carry on scaling. While we're scaling, obviously it grows exponentially as we're getting percentage on the money and then percentage on that percentage on that percentage, and it grows exponentially over years. We believe to be able to reach the goal, like the golden goal that we have is 120% ROI on initial investment annually. We believe to get that in 7 years, definitely. From what we calculated, it could be done in 6 and 5 years if everything goes smoothly, but then 7 years is kind of a conservative time when we believe that it will be there for you to grab, guys. And also, while the scaling phase, we have a few things to kind of entertain our holders. We'll have monthly raffles. We have an allocated budget for that. So those raffles will be happening monthly. And also, we have kind of an ecosystem planned. Ecosystem is a bit of a wrong word for it, because when I spoke to Pocket Aces, he pointed out that it's not necessarily an ecosystem, but what we intend to do is partner with projects that will be kind of in one group of projects, and inside those projects share utilities. Like each project would share some sort of utilities that it has to everyone within the ecosystem. Well, I call it ecosystem again, but it's not really an ecosystem. So they share the utility. It could be like access to like an early access to a platform, early access to a game if it's a DeFi project. It could be access to educational materials like ATCC. They have trading lessons, and people who are holders of NFTs get access to the trading lessons for free. Otherwise, you have to pay for it. And giving that as an example, people will be able to get access to those lessons on the basis of owning an NFT. That's within the ecosystem. And in addition, we wanted to develop a token, pardon me, that will be used within the ecosystem, not ecosystem, but within the system that we want to build. And that token utility will be used in the other projects like purchase goods, purchase whitelist sports potentially. From our side, what we want to do is give ability to holders to purchase a property from us, from our property portfolio, using that token eventually. And RENO holders will be able to get that token by locking their NFTs in a contract and getting them daily. Plus, they'll be airdropped some of the token. All of the development on that side of things will come, like a full stack development will happen a year later after the mint. During that first year, we'll be kind of acquiring partnerships, finding new people to connect with. And there's also a real life world use to this system that we wanted to do. We allocated $160,000 for the ecosystem and blockchain investments. The $600 will go purely towards the blockchain investments, and the $100,000 will go towards the ecosystem development. The real world use is what we intend to do is here in North Cyprus. It's a great place, great for tourism, but for some reason it lacks kind of leisure segment of the market. There is, of course, hotels, there is casinos, there is cafes and restaurants, but it's kind of not as much as you would want. So what we intend to do is we find people who want to open a business here. We give them some money, help them with the business setup. They will run the business and give some of the profits back to us that will be invested back into the ecosystem for development. And then those businesses that kind of connected to the system will be using the token. And you, as a RENO NFT holder, will be able to go to this cafe, for example, and get a coffee using the token that you acquired by locking your NFT and things like this. This is what I have planned. I can't give you any more like specifics on it, as this is a planned, and the full stack development will take place a year later. First year, we're purely focusing on the investment or into property side of things. And returns from the property investment is isolated from the ecosystem 100%. That plan is ready to be executed. It's there and we're ready to act on it. The ecosystem part is kind of still in planning stage in a way.
Okay. No, I love it. This is awesome. I love this a lot. Let's see. Chris would like to know, is there any risk of Cyprus making laws that would shut down the Airbnb part of the project?
I wouldn't think so, as there are a lot of Airbnbs here. The first time I came here for a month, I lived in Airbnb, and a lot of Cypriots who live here, the native people, they rent out their apartments on Airbnb, and there wasn't any problem with it. Looking into the news currently, I mean, construction side of things, the government won't want to touch it, like construction and housing, because this is what's kind of bringing the most amount of money and people in currently. So they're not very interested in kind of touching it and then harming themselves, as this is like the golden opportunity for them currently.
Okay, very good. Let's see. Will you have companies directly under you or as subcontractors when it comes to managing these properties? So you just want to talk a little bit about how you're planning to manage the properties?
Some of the management will be done by us, as I'm currently located here in North Cyprus. My co-founder, Ilya, he's located in the UK, but he's moving down here in 1 or 2 months. He's planning living, like just needs to finish off with all his work in the UK, and then he will move here, and both of us will be located here. North Cyprus, as I mentioned, is a small place, So for me to go from one side of North Cyprus to another would take me maximum of 4 hours. That's like the very east point to like the very west point of it. Therefore, I will be able to move around very quickly and accessing the properties. We'll also have realtors that will be helping us on managing those properties. They will do it on a fixed fee that we will agree upon. But then again, most of the management will be done by us. And also, about 90% of buildings here come with like a management team behind it. So the construction company still has how would you call it, a responsibility for the building. And there is a management team. I'm currently renting, and we had some issue with the house. I called the landlord, explained him the situation. He said he will contact the house's management team. The guys came in and we fixed it all with them. And later they just explained to the landlord whatever is happening and what they're going to do. So the management side of things is mainly covered, in my opinion, here.
Okay, very good. Hey, and my internet is kind of going in and out a little bit. I think my kids are playing Fortnite or something. So if I'm quiet, you just have to keep talking, okay?
Okay, sure. Got you. I think it went out again, but we'll wait for change.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. My internet
no
is
worries.
dying. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you, but you're kind of lagging. Okay, I think now it should be fine.
Okay, I'm so sorry. My internet is rugging us. If I go out, feel free to just keep talking. Okay, you're a great talker, so people are here to hear you more than me.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks for that.
Okay, so let's talk about the mint details. So let's see. I'll bring up here how to mint. Do you guys know the date on the mint? And then the price is going to be $500 for whitelist, $600 for public sale. And do you kind of have an estimated date on that, or what's the status on that?
Yeah, so an estimated date we have is end of February, start of March. Not all the NFTs are 100% finished just yet. We're making them by ourselves. Ilya, my co-founder, he's a graphics designer. Apart from being an architect, those things are quite linked in a way. So he's working on those. About 50% of them is finished. We put like a little bit sneak peeks out for you to kind of get a grasp of what it's like. But once we get it finished and have a bit more following and exposure to the audience, we'll have the mint. We're looking at start of February, end of March, no later than that. Might be a bit earlier, but then again, that's seeing on the following and how we finish the NFTs outside of things. The DApp is complete. It's just on the Guerrilla network. I just didn't put it out on the Ethereum network just yet. But the DApp is there. All we're waiting on is NFT completion and more exposure and ready to mint.
Okay, very good. So yeah, I put the link to Discord. So everybody hop in the Discord. And then the announcements, you can keep track on when exactly the mint date is. And I put a link to the request to get on the whitelist. So if you're wanting to get in, definitely request that. So I put that as well. Next question that we have, Scott says James should have KYC'd his internet provider. Yeah, no joke. I blame it on the kids usually. Usually they're playing some game or something like that. So we'll blame it on them. They're not here to defend themselves, so I can do that. Buddy Turo says, I was just in another AMA with Block Square, who's kind of doing a similar thing in the real estate space. Do you want to talk about if you've considered partnerships with other real estate crypto companies, or what are some other real estate crypto companies you've seen and how you guys are different? And maybe just talk a little bit about this space as a whole.
Sure. So when I came up with this idea, I obviously went to research the internet, the web for those kind of projects. I didn't find exactly project that is linked to real estate and done in the shape and form that we're doing it in. I found some projects which were kind of talking about the same thing, but when I went on their Twitter, it was deleted, or there wasn't any posts for the past year. Discord was dead. So I haven't found like exact competitors. Maybe while I was not researching into that and developing the project, some competitors came into play. But what we believe in Reno is in the Web3 space, there is not much of us and them. We're all in the Web3 together, and we're all in the Web3 to make money, especially investors. They invest to make money. We as founders, we want to bring some utility to you guys, but also, make some dollars for ourselves and for our families. So we believe that we would want to work with other projects, as that is the way for us to earn even more money, for us and other projects to earn even more money working together. And we definitely are considering it. There is a project called Nexus Wars. It's not linked to real estate, but they have some rental income information. I'm kind of still researching the white paper. Pocket Aces advised us on those guys, saying that something we should look into. And I've messaged them yesterday, and we're going to be kind of communicating with them, maybe getting them on board with us, have some sort of partnerships, and actively looking for other projects to kind of work with us and work together with them.
Okay, very good. Good answer. Is this company a registered company in Cyprus or in one of the Western countries? What are some of the protections placed around the funds raised?
So we haven't established the company just yet. Once we get the funds, we'll get to establishing the company. We're still kind of deciding on where to establish the company. The main problem for us currently is doing it in North Cyprus is complicated and expensive. So it costs around $20,000 or $25,000 for the setup, just like the legal side of things. Plus, there is an issue with if you're not a native, they don't really want you to open a company here because they're kind of promoting the Cypriots to grow and develop. Well, we've been looking at opening a company in a tax haven, as obviously we want as much of the profits to go to the holders and development of the project than going into tax. So we're looking into that currently. About protection, so we're kind of trying to be as transparent as possible. With every acquisition, you will get an exact report of how much it was bought for, where, when, what kind of we think will happen. There will be bank statements as well posted, so you can see how much money was paid, like on the document. We also encourage our holders and fans to come to North Cyprus and meet us in person. As I said in AMA with Pocket Aces and said in Discord before, if you guys want to come to North Cyprus and meet with us, absolutely fine. Open a ticket in Discord, tag me in. I will talk to you. We'll arrange something. You can come for like a week or so. I will take you around. Of course, now I'm a bit busy with the project, but we'll agree on the time. I can take you around Cyprus, show you a few places, show you a few restaurants. I can't go into casino. I'm actually too young for that currently. I think it's 25, 23 you need to be in order to enter the casino. So I can't take you there, unfortunately. I can just tell you where to go. But we're kind of trying to be as transparent as possible. You can come here, see me, see my co-founder Ilya once he gets here. This is kind of the protection we put in place, is the full transparency. And if there is a problem with the project, you can come to Cyprus, North Cyprus, find me and be like, yo, Artem, what the heck, what's happening? So yeah, that's kind of the side of things in terms of that question.
Okay, very good. And we got an Andrew on Facebook. He says, "Take my money. Where do I go?" So again, hop over to the website. What I would recommend: hop over to the website, fill out a request for a whitelist spot, and hop into the Discord. And stay tuned for when mint date and those types of things. That's where all the info will be. So nothing you can't buy right now. And these are the best AMAs where there's actually no ask for money right now. This is just information, getting it out there and getting ready for when they're going. We've got George listening from Cyprus. So good to have you, George. Maybe that's something you could do, is go check out some of the properties and report back to us what you see there. And we got Tycho, my assistant, my one and only. Appreciate him so much. He says, if I can pull it up, he asks if you have any ideas what properties you're looking to buy right now, any photos of those, or are you going to be looking for those later?
As I've visited a few sites, I haven't made much photos actually, as I wasn't planning to kind of putting it out just yet. I've definitely visited some places. There is a place like Caesar Resort down in it's like west kind of side of North Cyprus. There's other resorts which I could name, but you obviously wouldn't know. That wouldn't give you much info. I visited a few of those places and looked at the properties there. We can put together a few photos of the properties that we're thinking of acquiring. Definitely, we'll probably do that in the next week. Then, because as I said, I have a few photos, but they're not really that kind of professionally taken. Or as I said, I wasn't planning doing so. There's one actually I remember now in Instagram. We have Instagram as well. I'm not really active in managing that, but I will get to it, guys, eventually. Once we get the project going, and we'll be posting more there. But there is a view from one of the properties that we visited. Well, I personally visited, and that kind of things. But so far, no, there's not much I can provide on that, guys. Sorry.
Okay, nope, that's totally fair. And again, so stay tuned in Discord, because when the pictures are available, the properties are available, that's where the info will be coming in. So, what is the project creator's professional background in? Are they real estate agents, builders, developers, combination of all of those?
So me personally, I have experience in computer science. I went to uni for computer science, but then studied for 2 years and dropped out and decided that I want to go for business studies instead. But my computer science was at a very high level. And then 4 years ago, I discovered crypto. Before that, I was into stocks and futures trading, a bit of forex as well. I discovered crypto and I went balls deep into it, researching everything, grabbing NFTs, flipping NFTs, crypto trading, and then 2 years ago, I kind of got into e-commerce. I had a Shopify store, had a drop shipping business on the side with my friends. I'm not into e-commerce anymore currently. I've made some money, saved some money, and that was good for me. I decided I want to go fully into crypto, and the project RENO is kind of what I came up with. And then my co-founder Ilya, he is an architect. He has experience in the real estate industry. He's more into construction side of things as his background, obviously as an architect. But that gives us an advantage over a simple realtor, as an architect knows all the ins and outs of the properties. He knows how much the property should be worth based on the material used, based on the location, as they all taught that in uni. He will be providing this professional reports, which are like industry professional level, on each property. And his background is basically real estate and architect. He's been doing it since we known each other since we were 12, actually. So he's my good mate of mine, so I know him very well. He's been into architect since he was 14, going to art classes and kind of started getting into it. And since then, he was purely in it, making models of houses. Then he was making project of the houses as a how you call it, models of them in real life. And he would call me, look, so I spent last 10 hours creating this tree, blah blah blah. So he's really into it, and he really knows his real estate very well.
Okay, very good. Yes, no, this is awesome. And then one thing I noticed on your website was you have a lot of different raffles going on and things like that. Can you kind of talk through what raffles are available right now? Are there anything people can get involved in right now? And then we'll talk about the giveaway.
Sure. So right now we're gonna have an raffle for 2 free mints for people who are here today. The reason for the raffle is obviously the AMA with James Pelton. I've seen James a while ago when I was getting into crypto. It's pretty weird now talking to him here on live, as I told him in private before the live. And kind of to celebrate it, we're giving away 2 free mints. Currently, there is no other mint as raffles going on, but there definitely will be linked to us partnering with other projects and other AMAs. And generally, when we reach kind of a good amount of following or somewhere will have a raffle. That's like the finished raffles, yeah, you have on the screen, and the raffles currently that could be partaken in. And I think the Discord one is actually over now. So, but yeah, I just have to work on that now. You reminded me of that.
That's what
Exactly.
I
Thank you
do.
for
That's
that.
what I do. Is this $100,000 ones? That's you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I completely forgot about it. So, as I said, during the scaling phase, there will be no payouts. Payouts will only start when the holders say, okay, this is the ROI we're happy with. Please provide it, and we will provide it. And more details on that can be found in our white paper. We have the exact percentages of where money is going to go, how much will be spent on what. But to kind of give you guys an understanding of that, we are here to give to you. We're doing a grant giveaway of a property up to $100,000 here in North Cyprus. We'll do it after the mint out. Like once we mint it out, this will be taking place. Yeah, come back after the mint. And this will take place. We'll find the winner. Winner will come down here. We'll have live with him on our Discord or on YouTube, and kind of meet him here, show him around North Cyprus, and give him the keys to the properties and signed rights. And we'll have one of our fans basically living next to us here, and we're quite excited for it.
That's incredible. That'd be awesome. Love that. And I love I can tell that you guys are generous to the community and that you're wanting to give back. You're not just holding on to funds and trying to grab as much cash as you can, but you're helping out. So very good. Well, let's go ahead then. We'll kind of wrap up. I want to just thank people for sticking with me with my internet issues. And Artem, thank you too for you're a very good speaker and it's easy for you to carry the conversation. So that's awesome.
Thanks.
So this giveaway that we're doing is for 2 free mints. The details are in the Discord. Is that correct?
Yeah, once we're over with AMA, I will make sure to post it on Discord, on Twitter. It will be a Gleam link. The task will be simple: to follow us on Twitter and in Discord, follow James here in Twitter and in YouTube, and provide your wallet. And then we'll draw results in 3 or 4 days, and we'll post the winners, and hope you win, guys.
Okay, so hop in Discord, and there's going to be a Gleam that'll be posted here shortly with what you need to do to get entered to that. But again, those are worth $600 a piece. So yeah, definitely want to enter that giveaway. So audience, thank you guys so much for showing up. Please hit like on your way out. Do hop into the Discord. I would recommend everybody get in there and just kind of get to know the community and, just kind of see what's going on there. Follow Real Estate NFT Official on Twitter. Let me post that link as well. And Artem, thank you so much for, again, in a day where we're just having rug pulls left and right and money grabs and nothing real being built. I'm just so appreciative to have a team that, I've not met you in person, but it seems to me that you're just wanting to build something to help people make passive income. And again, that's what I'm about too. So thank you for what you're doing for the space, and reach out, let me know when you need tweets and other videos and things like that. Love to help you as much as I can.
Thank you very much for having us today, James. It was a great opportunity for us. And yeah, we believe that we all can make money in Web3. And with all the rug pulls now, it is kind of ridiculous because we know that you could rug pull now and then be looking over your shoulder for the rest of your life or something, or you can just carry on working and make the same amount of money yearly or even monthly after just a set period of time with a great following, everyone loving you, and it's all being legal. So yeah, this is what we're aiming for. Thanks again for having us here today. Guys, hop in Discord, Twitter, Gleam link will be there. Participate, and hope you'll win and mint and stay with us until RENO is live, and then it will be live until I'm alive myself. So thank you everyone for your time, guys.
Yes, thank you so much, everybody. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thanks.
Thanks.